I am like, pregnant, I need a chair. I was traveling, doing everything all by myself. As they say, the postpartum depression, that is there, and I feel we all go through it, but it is very important to talk about it. Even while I'm just watching something, some random item song, but I'm going through that and I'll start crying. We as dusky people are not really accepted in India. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి మీరు fair గా ఉంటే నువ్వు pretty, మీరు dark గా ఉంటే you can't be pretty. So to break that myth also, it took me a lot of time. I was always so underconfident that నా complexion itla undi. I was like, no matter what, this is what I'm going to wear, this is how I'm going to do my makeup, and I know eyes are going to roll. Many times, the pressure comes from the production houses that they want like a big name. Then the voice is being replaced.
Right.
So this happens with a lot of singers. I've seen my voice getting...
Your voice, enni saarlu replace ayindha?
Yeah, chala
saarla?
Yeah, I would cry over it for some time. But then I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
We as female singers, we have our boundaries as well. Like for other singers, male singers, they can hang around in the studio from morning till night. But as a female singer, we can't do that, right? Producing our own tracks, it is our own baby. And we can do whatever genre and where we can showcase our voices. Because playback lo em avutundi, like it's someone else's baby.
Correct.
And you have to make sure that you do the delivering
True.
Properly, but this is your own baby. I'm a survivor. Yeah, I'm a survivor.
Hello, hi friends. Welcome to Prema The Journalist YouTube channel. మీ అందరికి చాలా big thanks for following my channel and appreciating my content. And ఇప్పటికే చాలా మంది సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేశారు, but still, in case you haven't still subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications to consume intriguing, impactful and inspiring content from my channel. ఇప్పటికే దేశ విదేశాల్లో ఎంతోమంది నా ఛానల్ ఫాలో అవుతున్నారు, నాట్ జస్ట్ ఇన్ ఇండియా బట్ ఆల్సో అక్రాస్ ది గ్లోబ్, అండ్ ఐఎమ్ వెరీ 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 థ్యాంక్ఫుల్ టు యూ. కంటిన్యూ ప్యాట్రనైజింగ్ అండ్ కంటిన్యూ ఫాలోయింగ్ మై ఛానల్. And in case you wish to sponsor my channel or collaborate with my channel, please do shoot a mail over here. Thank you so much. దాదాపు 20 ఏళ్ల కెరియర్ తనది. అంతేకాకుండా 600కు పైగా సినిమాల్లో పాటలు పాడింది, అన్ని భాషల్లో, తెలుగు, తమిళం, మలయాళం, కన్నడం అండ్ హిందీ. అండ్ కొన్ని పాటలు అయితే అతను బ్లాక్ బస్టర్ హిట్స్. అండ్ ఈరోజు కూడా దే ఆర్ ఫుట్ ట్యాపింగ్ సాంగ్స్. అండ్ షీఈస్ అ వెరీ గుడ్ హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్. ఐ హావ్ నోన్ హర్ ఫర్ ఇయర్స్. Bhargavi Pillai is with me on my channel, Prema The Journalist. Let's talk to her. Hi, Bhargavi.
Hi, Prema. Thank you so much for having me over.
How are you doing?
Great, wonderful.
It's been years since we met.
Yes, yeah. It's been so long.
Yeah. So how has life been?
Oh, now since I've recently become a mother, so I could say it's been a roller coaster ride for me.
I know, I can understand.
So now like when my day starts, when my day ends, I have no clue. Yeah, like I feel okay, I have 1 hour, but like I'll close and open my eyes and then 1 hour is over. That's how it is.
Yeah, it's packed.
Yeah, totally. And in that, I have to look after, like my self-care, my work, look after the house, look after my little child. It's insane. And plus, I have a pet as well. Like me and my husband, we both are pet lovers. Now my daughter is also, like, she loves to play with my pets. So yeah, so we are pet lovers. So even my pet, I see him like my child. I don't see him like an animal.
Coming to the professional front, ఎట్లా ఉంది, ఏంటి, ఏమేం పాటలు పాడుతున్నారు ఈ మధ్య? చాలా కాలం అయింది వాయిస్ వినక. నేను అనుకున్నాను సరే పెళ్ళి పిల్లలు ఓకే కొంచెం బ్రేక్ తీసుకున్నారేమో అనుకున్నాను. సో ఐ హావ్ టు లిసన్ ఫ్రమ్ యూ, వాట్ ఈస్ ద రియాలిటీ?
నేను అస్సలు బ్రేక్ I didn't take a break.
No break ante నేను అనేది సినిమా పాటలకు సంబంధించి.
Correct, yeah. So even during my pregnancy I was performing. అండ్ తర్వాత లాస్ట్ ట్రైమిస్టర్ లో ఒక బ్రేక్ తీసుకున్నాను బికాస్ మై గైనకాలజిస్ట్ టోల్డ్ మీ లైక్ ఓకే నౌ యూ జస్ట్ పుట్ అ ఫుల్ స్టాప్. అండ్ తర్వాత డెలివరీ అయిన తర్వాత కూడా ఆఫ్టర్ 25 days I was on stage performing, and I love to keep myself busy. I can't be idle. So my mind is constantly running, like okay, after this I have to do that. Like even now while I'm giving an interview, I'm like okay, after this I have to do that. So constantly like my mind is on the run right now, because especially after becoming a mother, like it is so difficult to juggle up with so many different things. So for me every minute is precious.
Correct, but as women, multitasking is in the
I feel only women can
DNA.
do. Only women can do, and we should be given awards for that. Yeah,
very true, very true.
In spite of having supportive husband also, but I feel the way I can do like more 5 things. Yeah,
correct.
so I feel
కొన్ని మనమే చేయగలము అని ఒకటి ఉంటది.
కరెక్ట్.
అండ్ మనకు ఒక పెద్ద ప్రాబ్లం కూడా ఏంటంటే ఎవరు చేయలేరని కూడా మనకు డౌట్లు.
అదే సో స్పెషల్లీ ఇప్పుడు పాప పుట్టిన తర్వాత ఐఎమ్ సో పర్టిక్యులర్ అబౌట్ మై కిచెన్. ఎర్లియర్ దట్ వాజ్ నాట్ ద సీన్, బట్ ఇప్పుడు like I make sure like her utensils are clean, her things are at the right place, her food is properly covered. So that constantly, like even if I'm out, I'll call him, ఏమి ఇచ్చావు దానికి స్నాక్స్ లో, వాటర్ ఇచ్చావా? సో all these things I keep her check.
ఈ మైక్రో మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది.
Tell me about.
So then how are you managing? ఇప్పుడు స్టూడియోకి వెళ్ళి పాటలు పాడాలి, స్టేజ్ మీద పర్ఫార్మెన్స్లు ఇవ్వాలి, sometimes it is outdoor,
sometimes it's out of station also.
So it's your daughter is just 1.5 years
1.5 old.
So correct. Just tell me, how was it అంటే I know it is mad, crazy ఉంటుంది.
Crazy.
See, many women are very capable, they juggle things. Many women are also capable, they have self doubt. వాళ్ళు చేయలేరేమో అని. So ఇట్లా చాలా మంది ఉంటారు అనమాట. I wanted to tell what your side of
my
the story.
Experience.
How did you do it?
So actually, before I conceived, naku kuda chala, I had my complicated thoughts. So nenu chala singers toti kuda maatladanu, how was your experience? Because our body type, everyone's, experiences are different. So they all gave me a very positive thought. But a bayam untundi kada at the end of the day. But big thank to my gynecologist. She made my whole pregnancy so smooth, and I didn't even know, like when I became pregnant, like, and some of my friends, they didn't even know, like some of my co-workers, they didn't even know that I was pregnant, because I was so casually walking, juggling, doing so many things and not making it prominent, like I am like pregnant, I need a chair. I was traveling, doing everything all by myself, lifting suitcases.
Super.
So I was doing all of that, and but as they say, the postpartum depression, that is there, and I feel we all go through it, but it is very important to talk about it, to discuss about it, because it gets very, very difficult. You need to have your family, your loved ones around, because at that point of time, physically, mentally, you're going through so much. So you are on a verge of a breakdown. Like for me, even while I'm just watching something, some random item song, but I'm going through that and I'll start crying.
Ayyo.
So I've gone through that. Tarvata, during my pregnancy, my hair, my skin was so good. But postpartum pregnancy,
post-delivery.
The post-delivery hair fall, I didn't know that something like this I will experience. Oh my god.
చాలా జరుగుతాయి భార్గవి. కొంతమందికి స్కిన్ పాడవుతుంది,
it becomes blackish.
Right,
so luckily I didn't have that, but I had massive hair fall. I thought I'm going to go bald. But fighting through all of that, then trying to look your best, if you have to step out of home,
and especially someone like you who loves to dress, who loves to present yourself well, especially you take చాలా కేర్ తీసుకుంటారు మీ లుక్స్ మీద, మీ ఐ షాడో దగ్గర నుంచి you are very particular what you wear, the dresses, the costumes that you wear, the jewelry that you wear. ఇంత ఉన్నప్పుడు సడన్ గా there is a point,
there's like a change. You don't want to dress up. Whatever is there right in front of you, just wear that and you get out. Like sometimes even like to go to the parlor to do my hair, I'll be like, I'll go later. Threading also I'll do later. So you get so lazy, then you look at yourself, you're like, what are you doing to yourself? First you have, as they tell you, first you have to love yourself.
Correct.
Then only you can love your child, your husband, your family. So I went through that postpartum depression. I shared it with my sister, with my family. It was a difficult phase, but I never showed it to the outside world. Because I've always believed in putting this bold face outside, because I believe what you show outside should not be knowing to the outside world. Certain things family మాత్రమే ఉండాలి.
కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఎవరి జీవితం కూడా ప్రైవేట్ జీవితం లేదు, అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ.
ఇప్పుడు ఆ కెమెరా ఫోన్స్ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది,
you're always in the public eye. And you're always judged.
Correct.
ఇది కాన్స్టెంట్. అండ్ మనం అది ఎలా రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటాము?
బాడీ షేమింగ్
అండ్ ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఇంకా ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ డెలివరీ టైంలో అయితే ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ ద పబ్లిక్ ప్లేస్.
నేను ఒక రీల్ చూసాను, బిపాషా బాసు. షీ వాస్ సచ్ అ ఫిట్ పర్సన్, బట్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ as we grow old, as we become mothers, our body goes through so much. We don't know what is happening inside.
Yes.
And imagine for these people, in spite of having like that external help, working out, diets and everything, but still it's not easy for you to deliver and then come back to your shape.
Correct.
People should understand that. Even for me, they were like, oh, you still haven't lost that weight. So that also used to hit me at times. Like, and obviously, like, I see those little changes in me. But now, like, I just tell myself, because earlier also, ఏమైంది ప్రేమ, నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసే టైంలో కూడా, I started with modeling and singing. So, we as dusky people are not really accepted in India. ఇండియాలో ఎప్పుడు ఆ ట్రెండ్ మారుతుంది, బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటి, మీరు ఫేర్గా ఉంటే నువ్వు ప్రిటీ, మీరు డార్క్గా ఉంటే యూ కాన్ బీ ప్రిటీ, సో దట్స్ హౌ పీపుల్ లుక్ ఎట్ యూ. సో టు బ్రేక్ దట్ మిత్ ఆల్సో, ఇట్ టుక్ మీ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్. ఐ వాజ్ ఆల్వేస్ సో అండర్ కాన్ఫిడెంట్ దట్ నా కంప్లెక్షన్ ఎట్లా ఉంది, like no one is going to like me, no one is going to fall in love with me, so we have all that inhibitions, but it took me a lot of time to fight that thing with myself. And after that I became such a confident person. I was like, no matter what, this is what I'm going to wear, this is how I'm going to do my makeup, and I know eyes are going to roll. So when I walk into that room, I know people are going to turn around and look at me. So I used to walk with that confidence.
That's amazing.
Amazing. And even now, like, after mentally, physically fighting with my own body after becoming a mother, so now I'm very confident in my skin. I tell myself it is going to take time for me to come back to how I was.
True.
But I'm going to take one day at a time. So even with my daughter now, I take one day at a time. Tomorrow if someone will tell me what you're doing, I'm like, no, I can't tell you. So I'll get up in the morning, I'll plan my itinerary, her itinerary. That's how I am going.
Very organized. Bhargavi, you started career as young as 15, 16, if I remember. Chaala chinna vayasulo modalu pettaru kada. You were so lucky enough that you saw the peak of your career, fame, and within 4-5 years, I think. And Rahman gar దృష్టిలో పట్టము, ఆయన సినిమాల్లో ఎన్నో పాటలు పాడారు మీరు. అండ్ ఆ ఫేమ్ అట్లా వెళ్తూ 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 ఉన్నప్పుడు సడన్ గా ఒక బ్రేక్ వస్తుంది.
కరెక్ట్.
హౌ డిడ్ యూ డీల్ విత్ దాట్? అంటే ఒక బ్రేక్ ఎట్లా వస్తుందంటే యూ హావ్ సీన్ దట్ ఫేమ్ వేర్ పీపుల్ భార్గవి భార్గవి భార్గవి, దట్స్ హౌ యూ సీన్. సడన్ గా యూ ఫాల్ డౌన్. అండ్ అప్పుడు కూడా యు ఆర్ నాట్ సమ్వన్ హూ ఇస్ ఇన్ యువర్ 40s, యు ఆర్ ఇన్ యువర్ 20s, దట్ టైమ్ ఆల్సో 25, దట్ రేంజ్. అప్పుడు కూడా చిన్న పిల్లలే కదా, యు ఆర్ ఎ యంగ్ గర్ల్,
యు హావ్ టు ఫైట్ త్రూ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దట్.
ఒకటి యు నీడ్ టు డీల్ విత్ యువర్ complexion that you were saying, that low confidence levels, and the other side, the sudden fame which fell down, it gave a pause. But that phase chala crucial, and you have to deal with it, you have to fight, because see, for anyone, whether you're an actor, singer, director, no one will have like the ekkado untaru balu garlu antaru,
it'll go like this. Exactly. very rare singers. Very few rare singers.
Correct.
I feel they're born with a diamond. I can't even say silver spoon. They're born
blessed souls ante, vallu ala puttaru ante.
Correct. But see, overall if you see now what happens is, Prema, నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసే టైంలో there were just like కొంతమంది సింగర్స్ ఉన్నారు ఆ టైంలో, and నా వాయిస్ that was also very peculiar, very different. So when I used to get a call, they would wait if I'm not in town, if I'm traveling. But eppudu ala kaadu, they'll just call. If I'm not there, sare madam, malli chuddam, future ki edaina projects unte meeku kachithanga call chestam ante. That's about it. And then there are 20 singers ahead of me, so they go for someone who's available, and that's about it. So now it is time availability. If you're available, if you can go to the studio at that time, but in spite of that, going to the studio, singing that song, you're sounding fabulous.
Yes.
రికార్డింగ్ తర్వాత కూడా తెలీదు దట్ వెదర్ యువర్ వాయిస్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి రిటైన్డ్.
అవును ఇన్ని అన్సర్టనిటీస్ మధ్య
యా
ఒక కెరియర్.
యా సో ఇట్స్ బికమ్ వెరీ వెరీ అన్సర్టన్ and then for us it's not that we are doing a show every day, we are doing a recording every day, so it's a very very unpredictable career now that's become.
Your incomes are also won't be regular. అంటే ఎవ్రీ మంత్ ఇంతే వస్తుంది అనేం లేదు.
కరెక్ట్. యా ఇట్స్ నాట్
తన రావచ్చు, ఒక మంత్ అసలు రాకపోవచ్చు.
కరెక్ట్.
ఇట్ కెన్ బి ఎనీథింగ్.
Totally. During COVID time, imagine what artists would have gone through. For us, like we get our big checks through shows.
Correct.
Recordings anta petta ledu, but that's just like as pocket money we could say, but our big money comes from our shows. But imagine, like for 2.5 years it took the entertainment industry to come back to normal. And we had like our own struggles because our expenses won't come down.
True.
Your groceries, your light bill, your electricity bill, all that you have to pay monthly.
Very true.
So our sector was affected so badly. And then plus now with reality shows coming up, from every nook and corner there are singers popping up.
Correct.
With social media, singers are singing, they're putting their songs, because na time low, I still remember నేను ఒక డెమో సిడి చేశాను.
అవును.
And then personally I went
క్యాసెట్ తీసుకొని వెళ్ళేవాళ్ళు కదా ఆ రోజుల్లో.
Personally I went to each and every music director, వాళ్ళకి I gave my demo CD. బట్ ఎప్పుడు సరే మీరు వాట్సాప్లో పంపించు, మీరు ఈమెయిల్లో పంపించు, ఆర్ సరే లేకుంటే మీ ఇఫ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ రీల్ హెస్ బికమ్ వైరల్, so you can just share that. So it's become so convenient. And then even now stage performance, I started performing on cassettes, tarvata CDs, tarvata orchestra, then band. So ippudu like this band phase which is there, I performed with a band way long ago.
Back, I know.
But we used to do only English at that time. Telugu was not the scene. So so I've seen everything I could say.
ఒక్కసారి మనకు తెలీదు అంటే ఎట్లా డీల్ చేయాలి, ఏం చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు, వాట్ టు డూ, వేర్ టు గో.
So luckily my family, they were very very supportive. Many times like I got one big break but it didn't go through, so I will cry, but my mother will make me understand. She's like, you will have something better. She's like, how much time are you going to sit over it and cry?
Right.
You have to become strong now. She's like, do your riyaz, the next time when you go, sound more better, do more of prove yourself even more harder. So you just have to keep telling yourself.
మీరు అన్నట్టు ఒకప్పుడు 5-6 సింగర్స్ ఉండేవాళ్ళు. ఒకప్పుడు నేను టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ 60s 70s. ఆ తర్వాత ఒక 10 మంది 15 మంది వచ్చారు.
కరెక్ట్.
తర్వాత 30-40. ఇప్పుడు వందలకు వందలు. అండ్ ఐ ఆల్సో కేమ్ టు నో సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద సింగర్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ ఈవెన్ టేకింగ్ రెమ్యునరేషన్. దట్స్ వాట్ ఐ హర్డ్. ఇలాంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో ఎట్లా అసలు మీ అంటే రియలీ కష్టపడి మంచిగా మ్యూజిక్ నేర్చుకుని ఒక కెరియర్ చేసుకోవాలనుకునే వాళ్ళది ఏంటి పరిస్థితి? వాట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఫ్యూచర్ in the industry?
So even now another stress which is added to us is the social media. So mundu what used to happen was for shows, వాళ్ళు ఒక షో రీల్ అడుగుతారు, మేడం మీ షో రీల్ ఇచ్చేయండి, మీ అవైలబిలిటీ. బట్ ఎప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, మీకు 1 million ఫాలోవర్స్ ఉంటే, మీకు ఎంతమంది లైక్స్, ఎంతమంది వ్యూస్ ఉంటే మీరు ఎట్లయినా పాడొచ్చు, బట్ మీకు ఫాలోయింగ్ ఉంది కదా, సో దెన్ దే విల్ కాల్ యూ. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇలాగా ఈ ట్రెండ్ మారిపోయింది. సోషల్ మీడియాలో మీరు పెద్ద హిట్ ఉంటే దెన్ లైక్ ఇట్స్ లిటిల్ ఈజియర్ ఫర్ యూ. No matter how talented you are, if your numbers are low, they don't give a damn.
What is your uniqueness అంటే మీరు ఏం చెప్తారు భార్గవి? అంటే ప్రతి వ్యక్తికి ఒక సెల్ఫ్ అసెస్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది. బయట వాళ్ళు మనల్ని అసెస్ చేయడం వేరు, దట్ ఇస్ అ డిఫరెంట్ బాల్ గేమ్. బట్ ఒక సెల్ఫ్ అసెస్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది కదా,
they will assess you no matter what.
So let us assess ourselves. If I ask you, మీ USP ఏంటి? ఇన్ని ఉన్నా కూడా, ఇన్ని హర్డల్స్, ఇన్ని ఛాలెంజెస్, ఇన్ని ఇష్యూస్ ఉన్నా కూడా ఒక 20+ years నుంచి మీరు ఎలా ఉండగలిగారంటే మీ USP ఏంటంటే ఏం చెప్తారు మీరు?
చాలా ఉన్నాయి. One thing is I see people's attitude, which takes them to a downfall.
Okay.
You know, like even with stage shows, any shows chesanu Prema, I never gave a hard time to any of my event managers. While eppudu, if you do good to one person, they will go tell people
Yes.
that I had a very good time with her, you should hire her for your next show. So you should go with that mindset. Never
సో మనకి స్కిల్ టాలెంట్ ఎంత ఉన్నా కూడా ఒక ప్రాపర్ యాటిట్యూడ్
you have
లేకపోతే
to be grounded. That is what. So this is what I learned from a lot of people who are on top. Like if you look at Rajinikanth sir, Rahman sir, personally, when I used to see Rahman sir talking, dealing with other people, he's a man with very few words. You won't see him talking and all of that, but whenever he talks, people want to listen to him. And he's so talented because it's his work which speaks.
and doesn't tell it out.
And zero attitude. Zero attitude, mane zero attitude. So that's how I believe. You look at Shah Rukh Khan. Like I have people who have worked with Shah Rukh Khan. He's such a kind of person. If he enters the room, he'll greet everyone with their names. So that's how you have to be grounded.
సో ఇవన్నీ చూసి అబ్జర్వ్ చేసి మీరు మీ దారిలో మీరు నేర్చుకున్నారు మీ జర్నీలో.
Yeah. That's how, you have to be an easygoing person, yes. But if someone is giving you a hard time, then you have to show them their place. Because name kuda, it was not an easy journey for me. I've not come easy. I've had my struggles, my ups and downs. But if someone is trying to put me down, then I have to show them their place, but in a subtle way.
Did you think that you got your due so far?
No. Not at all.
Not at all?
No, not at all. I still feel, where I still see myself, I'm not there. Few things I will blame myself also.
Like what?
Koni times, like, some opportunity came but I let go of it because of some payment issue or something.
Okay.
But now I believe you just need to be a little more flexible as well, because with the kind of competition which is increasing, like if I'm not there, as I told you, 20 people are ahead of me.
Yes.
So now it is like every opportunity which comes, you have to grab it and make the best of it, and make sure that you've done a good job, you're appreciated for that work. So I won't totally blame the other person, but somewhere or the other I will blame myself as well.
Correct, but మనం ఇంత అమౌంట్ అడుగుతున్నాము అంటే దానికి వర్త్ ఉంటే కదా అడుగుతాము. అంటే మన వర్త్ మనకు తెలుసు కదా, మనకి ఇంత వాల్యూ అని మనకు తెలుసు. అవతల వాళ్ళకి వాళ్ళు ఏమన్నా అనుకోనివ్వండి, బట్ వీ నో వి ఆర్ వర్త్ దిస్ మచ్.
సో అదే నాకు చాలా మంది క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారు ప్రేమ. సో ఐ టెల్ దెమ్, ఐఎమ్ లైక్ స్పెషలీ ఫర్ స్టేజ్ షోస్, ఐ టెల్ దెమ్ మీరు ఒక్కసారి నా షో రీల్ చూసి మీరు ఒక్కసారి నా స్టేజ్ షో చూస్తే మీకు ఐడియా వస్తుంది. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ లైక్ ఐ టేక్ దట్ ఎఫర్ట్ టు లుక్ అ సర్టన్ వే while I'm performing on stage. నేను singer come performer.
Yes.
So I have to dance, I have to mingle with the crowd. So there is so much of effort. People think it's a very easy job, looking glamorous, but sometimes even when I'm about to go do a show, mentally, emotionally I'm a wreck. I'm about to have a major breakdown, but I have to go there. I'm doing item songs, I'm dancing, but but I have to do my job. I have to make sure that, I put a smile on people's face, and, because it's their night, and I make sure that they have a good time. When they're going, they come and they tell me, we enjoyed your performance. That is like my feel. So that's what I believe in. And I feel that's how I've survived in the industry. Because even now, till date, whenever I'm getting on the stage, I walk with that confidence of telling myself this is my first show. Because మీరు ఎక్కే ముందు మీకు తెలీదు క్రౌడ్ ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది, ఎట్లా రియాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. కొన్ని టైం లైక్ ద క్రౌడ్ ఇస్ జస్ట్ సిట్టింగ్ స్టిల్, but you still have to perform, you still have to interact with them and do everything possible to make sure that you give them a good performance.
Right.
But కొన్ని times like you just get on the stage and that's about it. Then sometimes the client is telling me, ma'am, your time is over, we have other things. So that's how it is.
కానీ భార్గవి, ఇప్పుడు ఇంత పరిచయాలు ఉన్నాయి, ఇంత మందితో మీకు ఇంటరాక్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, నెట్వర్క్ ఉంది, ఇంత PR ఉంది. సో వేర్ డు యూ థింక్, if at all you failed, where do you think you failed? Or if at all you succeeded?
My PR skills are very bad. People think I'm very outspoken, I'm very out there, but you choose I'm just the opposite. I'm very shy.
Oh, you don't have a manager?
So now like I'm looking out for someone. So in today's time it is so important, because see, as an artist also, how much can you talk about yourself? But I see some other artists like talking about, idi chesanu, adi chesanu, akra travel chesanu. I can't do that. I can tell that to a friend.
Yeah.
Or I can tell it to a client when I'm sitting in a meeting. But if I'm just casually meeting you, I'll be like, why are you interested to know like what is happening? Where am I doing a show? Why would you be interested? So, but I see other people doing it and I cannot do it. I cannot do it, So for that I need a manager.
This profession is like that.
It's like that, yeah.
It demands attention.
And plus, like, these days you have to socialize. That's చాలా important because ఏమవుతుంది, like for a music director, he will have like 200 contacts as singers. So, oka time ki when he wants some actual singer, so what happens is like, okay, supposedly if I met a music director last night, then he would probably remember, oh, I met Bhargavi, let's call her. If he hasn't seen me or heard from me like for decades, he won't even know whether I'm alive or whether I'm present in Hyderabad. So it's become very, very important in today's time. You have to socialize, you have to mingle, you have to be in touch with them, for them to remember you.
మనం ఏదైతే కాదో అది మనం చెయ్యాలంటే కష్టం కదా.
అది కష్టం కదా.
మరి ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి, what are you doing now? What are you planning now?
See, a lot of things. So see, firstly, to be active on Instagram, I love to create reels. Yeah. So
చూసాను అవి చాలా మంచిగా మీరు 1 minute లో ఒక మంచి పాట
yeah, so that is something which I totally love. I love to edit my own reels also. So, that way is at least I'm connected to my fans, and then, whatever stuff I'm doing, I share it with the music director. So that's how I'm in touch with, people. And then every opportunity if I get, like, I love to socialize. But again, sometimes it's very hard socializing also.
రోజు చేయడం కష్టం కదా అది.
See, if some music directors, if they're like friends type also, so it's still easy. But koni music directors, you have to maintain that barrier, like a thin line, because that respect is there. So you can't be sitting in a cafe with them or seen at a club with them, because I totally believe respect undali, towards your work. So, like the other day, like while I was doing an interview, someone asked me, like, do you drink? Some people, they drink. So I said no. I said, because for me, that is like, we say, our work is like Lakshmi. Music is Lakshmi. Correct. So I believe in that. Like when you're working, you're working. When you're partying, you're partying. So it has to be two different things. I don't believe in mixing.
ఏ ప్రొఫెషన్లో అయినా, ఎస్పెషల్లీ క్రియేటివ్ ప్రొఫెషన్లో, వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫిల్మ్స్ ఆర్ మీడియా ఆర్ వాట్ ఎవర్, పీపుల్ సే, ఈవెన్ ఐ ఆల్సో హర్డ్, నేనున్న నా ప్రొఫెషన్లో కూడా చాలా మంది అంటుంటారు ఫేవరెటిజం ఉంటుంది చాలా అని అంటుంటారు. మీకు అట్లా అంటే అదర్ దెన్ AR Rahman గారు, who's been really
very kind to
you, చాలా పాటలు పాడించారు. There's no other music director who's like, who's your favorite, or who just thinks about you.
Is everyone, but ఏమవుతుంది, as I said, my voice is very picky, different, like Usha Uttam type, but that way is what used to happen was we get typecasted.
అన్ని పాటలకు సూట్ కూడా కాదేమో అనుకుంటారు.
That is there, but what happens, we get typecasted. Like even with actresses, like if someone is doing a glamorous role, they feel, okay, this actor can only do glamorous role, but you don't give a chance to that actor to do like a villager character or something. So even as singers, like I started with an item song. So people think I can do only item songs. So, nenu koni melodies Keeravani sir ki padanu, Mani sir ki padanu. But unfortunately, our songs didn't come out and didn't become a hit. Okay. So, that's how people now also, they think I can do only item songs. And what happens, earlier, we would sit with the music director while the composing session. But ippudu adi kaadu kada. Like the whole track is ready and they feel, okay, if this voice is perfect, you get a call, you go record, and that's about it. So, many times I've heard the song, I try to sing. I sometimes tell the music director myself, sir, I feel my voice is not setting for this song. But they're like, no, we want your tone and your texture. So, that's how it's become Prema now.
ఒక్క మెలడీ పాట పాడండి. I want to really listen to that. గుర్తున్నాయా లిరిక్స్?
Okay, I'll sing one of mine only.
You can sing yours and you can sing any latest also. Some other, ఇంకా వేరే సింగర్ పాడినవి కూడా. Whether it is Chinmay or Shreya, whatever.
So recently, like, I heard Chinmay's Muttamarai.
Yeah.
And the minute I heard it, I'm telling you, every note in that song just hit me, how beautifully she is. So the minute I heard that song, that song was on my loop. Okay. My husband was also like, how many times are you listening to that song? I'm like, you don't understand. Sometimes, like, some songs, they just make you cry.
Right.
So
and I love that song.
Yeah.
Please. లెట్స్ లిసన్. అండ్ మీ పాట కూడా ఒకటి
Done.
రెండు బ్యాక్ టు బ్యాక్.
Okay.
యా.
முத்தமழை இங்கு கொட்டி தீராதோ மல்லேறுவகல் பத்தீரியாதோ ஜானோதம் மாரோதந்தம் இந்த நுந்தன் கையில் சொர்க்கம் பொல்லாயிருவோ சொல்லா உருவோ இல்லா ஒருவனை வேண்டி குமுசுரோ கண்ணாலா என்னாலா பெண்ணாலா இன்னும் வரும் எந்தன் கதையை எந்தன் கதை இன்னும் வரும் எந்தன் கதையை எந்தன் கதையை. I love this song, but sorry if I sounded bad.
Lovely. ఇప్పుడు నాకు బాగా గుర్తు
Yeah.
60s 70s మా నాన్నగారు చెప్తుంటారు అనమాట. కొంత భానుమతి రామకృష్ణ గారు, కొంతమంది సింగర్స్ ఉన్నారు హూ ఆర్ లైక్ వాళ్ళ వాయిస్లు సుశీల గారిది, జానకి గారి లాగా ఉండేది కాదు. కొంచెం హోర్స్ వాయిస్, కొంచెము ఎల్లారీశ్వరి గారు, జిక్కి గారు, భానుమతి రామకృష్ణ గారు. ఇన్ ద నార్త్ యూ హ్యావ్ దిస్ గీతా దత్, దెన్ సల్మా ఆగా, నూర్జహాన్, లవ్లీ వాయిసెస్, ఉషావుత్, డిఫరెంట్. బట్ వాళ్ళు కూడా చాలా మెలడీస్ పాడారు ఆ రోజుల్లో. ఎన్ని మెలడీస్ పాడేవాళ్ళు వాళ్ళు. ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు ఇట్లా టైప్ కాస్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు అది నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు.
Because what used to happen was, again, they were just like these bunch of singers. And you know, they had the time to experiment.
Okay.
ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఒక మూవీకి మీరు చూస్తే 4-5 మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్స్ ఒక యునో కాంపోజిషన్ వాళ్ళు కంపోజ్ చేస్తారు. And then if one is doing an item song, then obviously like whatever they feel like a particular singer, they would call them. Like, and if it's a, you know, melodious song, then they would call a particular singer who would fit that genre. Earlier, there was one music director who would compose all the songs, do the background scores, but ippudu sangati kaadu kada, anni maripoyindi. Background scores are being done by someone else. You know, songs are being composed by
songs కూడా ఇద్దరు ముగ్గురు మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్లు చేస్తారు ఒక్కో సినిమాకి ఒక్కసారి.
తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు సాంగ్స్ ది మీరు కాంపోజిషన్ కూడా చూస్తే, లైక్ బిఫోర్ ఇట్ యూస్ టు బి 2 paragraphs. సాంగ్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, బీజిఎం వస్తుంది, పారాగ్రాఫ్ బీజిఎం. ఇప్పుడు అది కూడా కాదు. You know, కొన్ని times there's just 1 paragraph.
Correct.
And కొన్ని songs like you will just hear it in the backgrounds and it is there in the album ante. You know, so you won't even hear it. If you have to hear the song, you have to type the song and then check it. You know, and earlier I used to pick up cassettes or CDs to see my name on it, so you know, to have that collection. But now if you type a particular singer's name, whole history వచ్చేస్తుంది.
Right.
You know, so that's
కానీ అది కాదు భార్గవి. ఇప్పుడున్న పరిస్థితుల్లో అసలు ఫ్యూచర్ ఆఫ్ సింగర్స్ ఏంటి అంటే ఇట్ ఇస్ లైక్ ఇన్ డైలమా. ఎందుకంటే సినిమాల్లో కూడా పాటలు లేవు ఇప్పుడు.
కరెక్ట్.
సినిమాలో కూడా పాటల శాతం తగ్గిపోయింది చాలా. ఇంతకు ముందు చాలా పాటలు ఉండేవి.
ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, లైక్ you know, for example, if a new singer has sung a particular song and she's sounding fantastic, but ఏమవుతుంది, కొన్ని times, you know, the pressure comes from the production houses that they want like a big name. So ఇది కూడా అవుతుంది. You know, then the voices being replaced.
Right.
So this happens with a lot of singers. I've seen my voice getting.
నీ వాయిస్ ఎన్ని సార్లు రిప్లేస్ అయింది?
Yeah, చాలా
సార్లు.
Yeah, so many big movies, big production houses, you know, where they've all said like, this is my song, but it's not there. You know, because they wanted like a big name. So, you know, I would cry over it for some time. But then I can't do anything about it. Then, you know.
But వేరే వాళ్ళ పాటలు కూడా రిప్లేస్ చేసి మీ పాట పెట్టుండొచ్చుగా కొన్నిటికి. అట్లా పెట్టారా?
Okay, like that, no.
అవునా?
Like I have someone else.
వేరే వాళ్ళ వాయిస్ రిప్లేస్ చేసి మీ వాయిస్ పెట్టడం.
So what happens is you don't know, because when నాకు తెలీదు who has sung before me, but when I have sung a song,
మీకు తెలుస్తుంది.
And like when that song is out, I'm like, damn, that was supposed to be my song.
But what was the most heart-wrenching, heart-breaking moment where ఈ పాట నేను పాడాను, ఇది కనుక బయటకు వస్తే ఐ హ్యావ్ అ గ్రేట్ కెరియర్ అనుకున్నది స్టాప్ అయిపోయి వేరే వాళ్ళు పాడారు?
2-3 times అయింది ప్రేమ. Like, you know, I don't want to mention the music director or the
you can mention the what is there. I mean, no, it is all done. No.
But you know, at that point of time I had bad cold cough. Like even now, like I have a little congested throat. So while I was singing that song only, I knew like I could do it better, but my voice is not opening. So that is the situation. Then many times, like way earlier, Arijit took my voice when he was working with Preetham sir. For a few of the Hindi movies, he took my voices, and he was impressed because I did a recording like in 20 minutes. Prema.
Nice.
Sometimes, like, if the song is just like, if it's in my soul, I will finish it in no time. And I did like so many songs like that, and I thought like at least one song my name would be there. But like, they wanted big names. So that's how the struggle is. And then what happens is, like, for a particular singer, if your song comes out, it becomes a hit, then everyone wants to work with you.
Yeah.
That's what happens with Arijit, Neha Kakkar. You see so many singers, but you know what? It gets typecasted. Like after a while, when you hear a song, you're like, no, they should have used someone else.
Yes.
I believe only Arijit is one singer who can do anything. Whether it is melodies, whether it's an
there
item
are
song,
singers who sing all kinds of
everything.
songs.
But I feel he does justice. You give him a classical, you give him anything, so he is like such a talented musician, I could say. But as we as singers, we have our own boundaries. We can't do everything. We have our range and everything. But still, sometimes I hear some song, I'm like, someone else could have sung it.
మీకు ఎప్పుడన్నా అట్లా అనిపించిందా ఈ మధ్య కాలంలో రీసెంట్ గా ఒక పాట విని అదే ఈ పాట నేను పాడుంటే బాగుండేది అని అనిపించిన పాట
చాలా ఉంటుంది, బట్
ఒకటి ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ నేమ్.
But no, see, Chuttamalle, Shilpa Rao is sounding amazing.
Yeah.
But when I heard that song, I'm like, damn it, I wish, I could do that song, because it's such a nice melody. And it is soothing to the ears as well.
ఇప్పుడు ఇంతమందితో తెలిసి పరిచయాలు అవి ఇవి ఉన్నప్పుడు what's wrong in going and asking for work?
I ask for work. Yeah. ఏదైనా రికార్డింగ్స్ ఉంటే ప్లీజ్ ఖచ్చితంగా మీ మైండ్ లో just keep my voice. So I don't hesitate, because see, if I don't ask, how would they assume that I'm asking for work? And I feel you always need to be humble. There is nothing wrong in asking work. I've seen big actors asking for work. I feel in one interview Rohit Shetty mentioned that Sara Ali Khan asked him, give me a break. So, they being such big stars, I don't think there is any harm in if I'm asking a music director, please, ఏదైనా సాంగ్ ఉంటే ప్లీజ్ నాకు గుర్తు పెట్టండి
అంటారు కదా, అడగందే అమ్మాయిని అన్నం పెట్టదని. కరెక్ట్. బట్ ఎన్నిసార్లు ఇట్లా అడిగినప్పుడు మీకు అవకాశాలు వచ్చాయి? అడిగినప్పుడు మిమ్మల్ని సీరియస్ గా తీసుకుంటారా, లేకపోతే అబ్బాయి
I have not really given what do you say?
అంత ఆలోచించలేదా?
Like I will meet someone, I will ask, if there is anything, just do let me know. And that's it. After that, then I also get busy with my work. So if I have to follow up with someone, it gets very difficult.
Okay.
Because constantly also to be in touch. And we as female singers, we have our boundaries as well. Like for other singers, male singers, they can hang around in the studio from morning till night. But as a female singer, we can't do that, right? Because people take it in a wrong way as well.
I know, that's what I was about to ask. అంటే ఈ మధ్య రీసెంట్ గా నేను ఒక సర్వే రిపోర్ట్ చూసాను. ఇట్ ఇస్ అన్ రేడియో ఇండియన్ మ్యూజిక్ సంథింగ్ సమ్ సర్వే రిపోర్ట్. దే సెడ్ దట్ 70% of the singers they go through harassment at workplace.
Okay.
In different ways. It not be only sexual, it can be any kind of an harassment, because it's a creative field. Sometimes bullying, sometimes ఏం వాయిస్ అది, వాళ్ళ వాయిస్ చూడు అని అనొచ్చు, ఏదైనా అనొచ్చు. It could be any kind of harassment. Is it actually true? I mean, did you experience or did you see anybody experiencing?
Touch wood, till date, I've never ever experienced. So even when I was in Bombay, when I had to meet a music director, some people would tell me, just go to the studio. I'm like, no, I cannot do that. I will speak to the manager, or I'll speak to them directly, take an appointment and then go. Because adi paddhati.
Correct.
I want work, but I don't want to be desperate also. So I want to go there with dignity, because I know I am talented. Even if I have to wait for 1 month to get their appointment, I will wait. But I would want to go there with a prior timing and an appointment, where they know they're expecting a singer to come and meet them. So I believe in that. And I've always done this, whether it's a big music director or a small music director or anyone. I believe in taking someone's time and going. And for me, one thing I have learned from my parents, from my husband as well, time is everything. You need to respect that.
బట్ స్టిల్ భార్గవి చాలా మంది అంటే ఏ ఫీల్డ్ లో ఉన్నాడు, ఇట్స్ నాట్ అబౌట్ మూవీ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఆర్ సింగింగ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ,
Even
కార్పొరేట్
corporates,
ఇండస్ట్రీ
even
ఇలాంటివి జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు సైలెంట్ గా ఎందుకు ఉంటారంటే వాళ్ళకి మళ్ళీ ఉద్యోగాలు పోతాయేమో, అవకాశాలు రావేమో, వాళ్ళని ఎవరు పిలవరేమో అని ఒక భయంలో
my very close friends, they're from the corporate field, so వాళ్ళు కూడా నాకు చాలా స్టోరీస్ చెప్తారు. So sometimes they say if we retaliate back, so they also have the fear.
Correct.
You know, then if you are dealing with your manager, then they would put you down, they would take away your job, that project might go to someone else. So they're like, sometimes it's just better to just shut the mouth and just keep doing your work till the time it doesn't reach a level where you feel okay, you can't take it anymore.
But there are some singers who are just coming out and talking it.
Okay.
చెప్పేస్తున్నారు, నాకు ఇట్లా జరిగింది, నాకు ఇలా అయింది, నాకు అన్యాయం జరిగింది, నన్ను ఇట్లా హెరాస్ చేశారు, నన్ను టార్చర్ పెట్టారు, నాకు సెక్షువల్ గా అడ్వాంటేజ్ తీసుకున్నారు. అండ్ దే వర్ సింగర్స్. నేను ఇండియన్ ఇండస్ట్రీ నార్త్ లో వచ్చి తెలుగు మన దగ్గర కూడా ఉన్నాయి. సో వెన్ యూ హియర్ దేర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్,
I haven't heard, and luckily, like the singers whom I know, they've also never shared such horrifying experiences. For them, we've had our ups and downs of missing songs and missing opportunities, but till date I haven't, like, even there are few singer friends of mine like who are very close to me. We discuss a lot of things, but we've just discussing our sorrows. Like, oh my god, I wish we could have got that song, but we've not heard such horrific. See, again, I believe in one thing, like, my voice is different and the other singer's voice is different. One song, if I sing and the other singer sing, it's surely going to sound different. So, but in today's time, when an opportunity is given to you, you have to give your 200%, not even 100%. The other day, I was just telling someone, I said, you have to be like a shark. You just have to grab each and every opportunity and make sure that you give your 200%.
Correct.
So they don't feel like going to someone else. When they hear your song, they're like, she's sounding perfect.
Yes.
Why to, get someone else now? That's how you should leave your mark and go.
But don't you believe, ప్రతి వ్యక్తికి ఒక ఫేజ్ ఉంటుంది లైఫ్ లో. డూ యూ బిలీవ్ దాట్? ఎప్పుడు ఎవ్రీ టైం ఒకళ్ళే ఉండరు, ఇట్ కీప్స్ ఆన్ చేంజింగ్.
సో everybody has their own. That's how life is. When you go up, you have to come down. So that is life. But how you get up from there and rise up with dignity, that's how you have to.
But ఇంత క్యూట్, క్రియేటివ్, కాంపిటేటివ్ మ్యూజిక్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో జెన్యూన్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్స్ ఉంటాయా భార్గవి?
Again, I
among
have
the singers or music
very few close singer friends, but a few of them are not from the Telugu industry. They're from the different industry. But Telugu nunchi maatladte Ranina Reddy is like a close friend. We almost talk every other day. So with her, like, again, my friendship is very pure. We talk all the nonsense
in the world.
All the nonsense under the sky. But like with other singers, like, it's a very mutual love relationship, I could say. Because I believe it's a very small industry. You have to work with everyone.
Right.
So I believe in a very healthy, balanced relationship.
ante andartho manchiga undali.
So we go do a show, we have our share of fun and everything. After that, they also have their life, I also have my life. So we just go our way. That's about it. And I feel that's how, if you do it, it's beautiful. And you can't force friendship. So for me, like, sometimes with other singers, it just comes naturally. So even with few of my other singer friends who are close, even I also used to have this notion like, oh my god, she's also a singer. How can we be friends? But it just came natural.
Yes.
So, but they're not from here, they're from the other industries. So
right. What are you proud of in your entire career? Ante em cheptaru Bhargavi? The kind of songs avvachu, lapate the kind of moments అవ్వచ్చు, ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఇవన్నీ అంటే ఒక్కసారి ఎట్లా ఉంటుందంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, the day I took the interview of Chiranjeevi garu for about 3 hours.
Wow.
I grew up, I'm admiring him. He's
like a superstar.
My idol, my superstar. And appudu I was nothing. No, I was a school going kid, I was a college going girl, and then I land up in the industry, in media, and I get an opportunity to take his interview, whom I was dreaming about, to just meet. So ilantivi konni untayi which, how much ever whatever you do in life, this is like,
there are, like, even for me, there are a lot of moments like this where I feel like I've earned it through my hard work, because it doesn't come easy.
Right.
So for me, my biggest thing was, getting my first playback song, because I first had no plans of becoming a playback singer. I didn't know how the industry works. So I want to thank RP sir for that. Like he's my godfather.
అసలు ఎట్లా వచ్చింది మీకు అవకాశం?
Actually, yeah.
ఎన్నేళ్ళు మీకు అప్పుడు?
So I was in my 7th grade when he came and he heard my voice. So through a family friend.
ఓకే.
You know, so Sudhamai also, she was like, my uncle is looking for a voice, which is supposed to be a little different. So I said, okay. So he came, he heard my voice. And Chitramlo, oka, do it song unindi. So he tried my voice for that. But it was not sounding matured enough.
Okay. మరి nasal stage లో పెట్టు.
Yeah. So then he said, ఖచ్చితంగా నీకు ఒక break ఇస్తానమ్మా. So, but I was in my school, so I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
But then one day he called me, and the next day when I went to the studio, I opened the studio door, I see Prabhudeva sir sitting. I had like nil experience, nothing. I ended up singing the song, and after that again I forgot. Back to school doing my things. Then I got a call. They're like, we're doing like a music release and everything, so we have to go to Vijayawada for that. At that time also I was totally unaware of what's happening. Only I knew Usha was there because my sister also knows Usha very well. So Usha is like a friend.
Okay.
So we all going, and then when I was about to get on the stage, that was like one of my first biggest stage performance, like Vijayawada, like all the star crew, they're all sitting there, and music release is happening, big crowd, big public show. That was like my first experience. I was like, wow. So then it hit me. And after that, like, luckily the movie became a hit. The whole album was like a bigger hit. And after that, offers started pouring in. That's when then I realized, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing for the rest of my life. So so that's
అంటే అంతకు ముందు నుంచే మీరు మ్యూజిక్ నేర్చుకుంటూ ఉండేవారా?
నేర్చుకున్నాను, because we are 4 sisters and we all sing. My parents also sing.
మీరందరూ క్లాసికల్?
నేనే నేర్చుకున్నాను. నేను క్లాసికల్, లైట్ హిందుస్థానీ, వెస్టర్న్ అన్ని నేర్చుకున్నాను. But my other sisters, they can sing, but they haven't been trained. So they all used to do these stage shows mundu.
Okay.
So now voice koncham different ga unte, what they used to do is oka that 10-15 minutes break తీసుకుంటే, so I would do like Ilarun songs, Khidki pe auna, so these kind of songs, and then they would go back, they would do like all
that songs.
So then they would do all the Lata ji song, all the melodious numbers, and then to break the monotony I would go do songs like this.
వాళ్ళందరికీ మీరే గుర్తుంటారు.
Yeah. So that's how I started, like, and since I come from an army background, so singing at the clubs, singing for army parties. So that's how I started, and that's how my stage fear also went away in no time. So I became a very confident person.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's how I learned. And again, so, coming back to the question. So RP sir. So that was like my biggest, my dream debut that I could ever ask for.
ఏం పాట అది సంతోషంలో?
Mehbooba, Mehbooba, మెరుపే మగుబబ్బా, చూపేస్తే చురకబ్బా, నా బలపే వడదెబ్బా. So this was my first song. Then తర్వాత I feel it's every singer's dream to work with Rahman sir.
అసలు అది ఎలా వచ్చింది ఆఫర్? ఇళయరాజా గారితో పాట పాడాలి, రెహమాన్ గారితో ఆయన మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్షన్ లో పాడాలి అని ఎవ్రీబడీస్ డ్రీమ్ అది.
It's a dream.
Any singer.
A dream. So to be honest, when I got a call, I thought my friends are playing a prank. 2-3 times నేను కాల్ కట్ చేశాను. Then they said, madam, we are actually calling you from Rahman sir studio, can you come? So then when I went to the studio also, I thought like it's just going to be me, the sound engineer and the lyricist, because sometimes with these big music directors, you can't expect them to be there. Or even if they come, they'll just come for 5 minutes and then go. So I waited for some time, and Prema, you won't believe it, at that point of time, we didn't have smartphones, no camera phones, and cameras were not allowed inside the studio.
Right.
I saw like a bunch of CDs, like I can't even say bunch. I saw like CD stacks of demo CDs. Of so many singers from so many places, just not India, like from all over the world. So, that's where I consider myself lucky that, he heard my voice.
ఎక్కడ విన్నారట?
I gave my demo CD. I dropped my demo CD. And my first song in my demo CD, I had done a Shakira song. So that's why he complimented me. He said, you sound like Indian Shakira. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's a great compliment.
So I thank God and my stars that he heard my demo and he called me. And he came in I was not expecting sir to walk in. And
How did you sing?
yeah, I was
nervous. ఆయన ముందు పాడాలంటే.
he
I know.
could realize.
Yeah.
He was like, do you want like a coffee break? Do you want a water and all that? Because he saw me shivering, like, and he was the one dictating me lyrics. So while I'm taking on my diary, also my hands are shivering because I was just not expecting this. I thought like, someone else is going to give me the lyrics, someone else is going to dub my voice. But it was sir only who was dictating me the lyrics, taking my voice. So it was like a dream come true moment for me. But after that, like, recordings after recordings, then you become little comfortable. But aa bayam untundi,
ఎన్ని పాటలు పాడారు ఆయనకి రెహమాన్ గారికి?
చాలా. ఫస్ట్ యాక్చువల్లీ న్యూయార్క్ నగరం తెలుగులో, తమిళ్లో పాడాను, తర్వాత తెలుగు, దెన్ హిందీలో ఐ డిడ్ పప్పు కాన్ డాన్సా దా నజరే మిలానా, దెన్ శివాజీలో కొన్ని బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ స్కోర్స్ కి పాడాను.
ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు సింగ్ దట్ సాంగ్. సూర్య సన్ ఆఫ్ కృష్ణ కదా?
దట్ ఈస్ విత్ హారిస్ జయరాజ్.
ఓ హారిస్, సారీ, ఐ గాట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్. యా, ఇది కూడా ఈ పాట మన రెహమాన్ గారి సాంగ్ అను సూర్య సన్ ఆఫ్ కృష్ణ, ఈ రెండు పాటలు పాడారు.
ఓకే,
నాకు ఇష్టమైన పాటలు.
న్యూయార్క్ నగరం నిదరోయ వేళ నేనే ఒంటరి చలిపోతుంటరి, తెప్పలు విడిచిన గాలులు తీరం వెతకగా, నాలుగత్తాల గోడల నడుమ నేను వెలిగేది వేళ, తరిమే క్షణములు తరిమే క్షణములో ఉరిమే వలపులు. I love this song, like especially with his voice.
మెలడీస్ మీలాంటి వాయిస్ లో కూడా ఇట్లా హాయిగా వినాలనిపిస్తుంది.
Ade, so now actually the trend is starting, like if you hear Chuttamalle, if you hear Oh Baby, so now I'm glad they're using different voices for melodies. Lekunte you could only hear a particular voice for melodies. So so even నేను డబ్బింగ్ కూడా చాలా చేశాను. సో డబ్బింగ్ కూడా ఆ టైం కి దే వాంటెడ్ దట్ థిన్ voice, but now our trend marindi, so I'm glad now like people are accepting different voices.
అన్ని మారుతున్నాయిలే. I hope everything changes for good.
Changes
and
for
good. I mean, కొత్తదనం, కొత్త ప్రపంచం, కొత్త కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఆలోచన రావాలి.
Exactly, they have to broaden their vision. That's what I could say. Yeah,
Surya son of Krishna.
Okay. వసంత కాలమే వచ్చి సంతోషం వచ్చనే, మది మురిసిపోయేనే, ఊరించే కనులలో ఏదో మెరుపేదో ఉన్నదే, నన్ను మీటిపోయేదే, మంచు వర్షాన తడిసే ఏదో పొంగి మాయ మరిచే, నిన్నే చూసి నన్నే మరిచానే.
Yeah, super.
This is also one of my favorite songs. Again, it's a melody.
నాకు అసలు ఆ సినిమాలో అన్ని పాటలు
again, it's such a musically
beautiful film. బాగుంటుంది, పాటలు
beautiful album.
I know
all the songs from this movie.
So Bhargavi, ఇంట్లో ఎట్లా ఉంది పరిస్థితి ఇప్పుడు? How is everything at home?
Oh, it's like on tsunami. With the little one.
Tell me, how supportive is your husband?
Very. But still, I have like that FOMO. Like I want to do that, I want to do this. But
you don't want to delegate.
Yeah. But koni times, like, as I told you, every minute is very precious for me. So sometimes like I tell him, okay, you do this for her, you do that. But still, I like to arrange everything and then leave the house.
Yes.
So, it doesn't trouble him. But yeah, like he is very, very supportive. And we support each other in our own this thing. When he's out on work, so I understand that he's busy. So he's an advocate.
Okay.
So I don't disturb him. I don't call him till the time it's urgent or anything. I'm at home looking after the little one. And when I'm out, so he understands this is my work. So that's how we have respected each other's work and we've come this far.
మీ ఒపీనియన్ ఏంటి భార్గవి అబౌట్ మ్యారింగ్ లేట్, గివింగ్ బర్త్ టు కిడ్స్ లేట్, ప్లానింగ్ ద కెరియర్ ఫస్ట్, అన్ని సెట్ చేసుకొని, ఏదో అంటారు కదా మేము సెటిల్ అవ్వాలి లైఫ్ లో సెటిల్మెంట్ వచ్చి అంత క్లియర్ చేసుకొని అంత క్లారిటీ తెచ్చుకొని అప్పుడు విల్ మ్యారీ, అప్పుడు విల్ హ్యావ్ కిడ్స్ అని అనుకునే వాళ్ళందరి గురించి మీ ఒపీనియన్, బికాస్ యూ ఆల్సో ఫాల్ ఇన్ దట్ కేటగిరీ. సో వాట్ డూ యూ థింక్?
సో I got married at a decent time, I could say decent age, but what happens, I feel, to each on its own. Because ఇప్పుడు what I see is earlier time మీరు చూస్తే when our parents when they got married, the man would go out of the house, he would work, get the money and give it to the lady and she would run the house. అది లేదు ఇప్పుడు. The husband is working, the wife is also working equally, all the chores of the house, everything is equally divided. Koni time like they were like, how can a husband sweep and mop the house, how can the husband do the dishes? But ఇప్పుడు like even the lady is working. But the increasing capacity of this, you see a lot of divorce cases as well. Because what happens, see, it is good for females to be financially independent. This I say, this I even tell to all my friends, even if your husband is an Ambani, but still you should not go to your husband and say, give me money. The secondary, like, okay, naku a gift kavali or whatever, that you demand. But financially you have to be stable. So which is good. But what happens in today's time, what I see is, in Hindi, they say, like, if an argument happens, so the wife is like, tu kaun, main kaun.
Yeah.
That's how it is. But I believe you have to give respect to your partner. But if it's below, like if he's hitting you physically, abusing you, drinking, then it is ethically wrong. Then there is no point of staying in a marriage like this. This is my vision. But in today's time, when I see ladies working, making that kind of money, sometimes the woman is even making more money than the husband. So that comes into the mind, like, okay, I'm the head of the house. And then they boss over. So I feel that's how more divorces are also happening, because ladies are also becoming so headstrong. I can be right or I can be wrong also in this judgment. But this is what I have seen, and this is what I feel as the vision, what I see. So this is one reason. And
why
second,
they want to get married late.
And now I believe the trend is also more changing. Like I see a lot of people, they don't want to get married because they feel
they don't even want to get married
or have kids, because they are like, if you get married, then what if it turns into a divorce? You're in a relationship, to break it off, it's much more easier. To break off a divorce, it's like between two families. So they have this thing like, why to first
but
thing?
you know what, this I've observed of late chala. అంటే men and women both are petrified of the idea of marriage. Mona recent ga I've listened to an interview of Shruti Hassan. She said,
I saw only half of it.
I am petrified. She used that word. Because
the way trends are changing, the way our whole lifestyle has changed, Prema. Earlier, like when we were kids, there were hardly any restaurants, hardly any movie theaters. So my mom was like, because I tell her, I'm like, how did you raise all four of us? Because in today's time, just to raise one child,
it's very difficult.
It's a task. So my mom was like, at that point of time, we would be home, or max to max. She was like, for nearly 14 years, she dedicated her life towards us. She was like, even at times, like if my dad would call her to, join, for her to join with him for a party, she was like, no, I have to look after my kids.
Right.
So, she was like, 14 years I gave towards you guys. So she was like, there were no restaurants.
అంతే కదా. ఇప్పటి వరకు మొన్నటి వరకు కూడా ఇళ్లలోనే వండుకొని తినేవాళ్ళు. ఇప్పుడు nobody wants, they want to just
like Swiggy, Zomato, and now like
responsibilities తీసుకోవడం కూడా ఇష్టపడట్లేదు ఎవరు.
Every nook and corner you have curry points, because both husband and wife are working.
Correct.
So you can't expect the wife to immediately, like after working, coming back home and get into the kitchen. So most of the people are ordering in or going out. You walk into a restaurant during a weekday, in the evenings, there is no place for you to sit. I'm like, from where this crowd is coming, so that's how life has changed. So it's taken a full
very
circle.
Scary, sometimes.
It's scary. It is scary, like now my little one, she knows how to open my phone. She's doing like this. I'm like, I have not taught her. But kids, I feel they've learned everything from top and they've come. My parents, they don't know how to connect to a WhatsApp call till date. So I was like, you come back. I'm like, my kid is going to teach you. She uses all those filters and everything. At this age, they know all of this.
You need to work in a marriage. You have to adjustments, compromises,
you have to
understandings,
adjust.
mutual respect, equality.
Everything goes hand in hand. It can't be like
I am
this.
more than you, you're more than me. Doesn't work.
So that's how, like, you have to go like this. If one wheel comes off, that's about it.
How do you handle your relation? మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా విభేదాలు, ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్, ఐడియాలజికల్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ అంటూ ఉంటే
So see,
ఎక్కడ
at the
ఉంటాయి?
beginning, like I had my own inhibitions because he's not from the industry.
Yeah.
And he had his own, anxiety, his own speculations.
ఆయన భయాలు అనుకుంటాయి.
Yeah. So what I used to do was I started taking him for shows with me, started taking him for recordings. So he understood how the atmosphere is. Like if I'm not able to pick his call while I'm recording, so he understood.
Yeah.
Music director is sitting, lyricist is there. I can't pick up the phone. Shows, nothing starts on time.
Yes.
The kind of confusion it happens. And when I'm on stage, that's it. I can't pick up the phone. And I wanted to make sure that the people with whom I'm working, he also gets along. He also knows them. So that comfort level is there.
Nice.
So now, if given a choice, he doesn't want to come on my shows. He's like, I get so bored. And
Good, but at least అర్థం అవుతుంది, ఆయన అర్థం చేసుకున్నారు.
So because
మీ kind
earlier,
of
like when he
profession
would
ఏంటి?
call, I won't be able to pick up the phone. So he's like, why haven't you picked up my
Correct.
phone? So see, if I'll tell you, he won't be able to understand. So when you physically see it, then you understand. So you had to put that extra effort.
ఆ ఎఫర్ట్ పెట్టాలి
పెట్టాలి.
భార్గవి.
ఖచ్చితంగా
Correct.
పెట్టాలి.
మనం ఎప్పుడు మిస్అండర్స్టాండ్ చేసుకోకూడదు. అండ్ వాళ్ళకి అర్థం చేసుకోవట్లేదు ఏంటి అనేసి వదిలేయకూడదు.
Exactly.
sure
So you
that
have to make them understand.
take that extra effort and make them understand.
Because my profession is totally different.
Right.
His profession
Even
is
mine.
totally,
స్టార్టింగ్ లో when I was in TV9, it was a demanding profession.
I can
మార్నింగ్ నుంచి
totally
night was on the roads literally. అసలు my daughter was 3-4 years old. అప్పుడు మా ఆయనకు అర్థమయ్యేది కాదు ఇది ఏం జరుగుతుందని. Then he understood.
And they don't
slowly.
understand. Till the time they don't understand your profession. Once when they understand, then it's comfort for you.
Right.
So now if I don't pick up the phone, so it's okay. Like, I can call him later. So now, but it's like he calls me only if it's urgent. I call him only if it's urgent. Ante. So we understand, we give respect. That's what is main important.
Very చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. పిల్లని పెంచే ఆ దాంట్లో మీరు ఇద్దరు అని మాట్లాడుకున్నారా? ఆర్ దేర్ ఎనీ ప్రోటోకాల్స్ దట్ యు బోత్ ఫాలో ఆర్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఎనీ అండర్స్టాండింగ్స్ మీ అమ్మాయిని
So like
the way you want to raise your kid? Did you both speak? మాట్లాడుకున్నారా? how we should raise our kid, what we should do,
No,
what
but
values we should give her?
told him, I said it has to be in healthy environment because they learn from the house. Because how your kid behaves, like they say aapke maa baap ne aapko kuch sikhaya. So that's the saying. So I believe I want to give her good learnings because what they see at home, they behave like that outside. So this is very important for me because when I used to see as growing up how I see my parents, I idolize my parents.
Right.
So that's how I want my child to be. Like she respects her parents and she idolizes them and she learns from them. So that's how I believe. That's why, Prema, I've not even kept an extra help till date for my child.
ఇంట్లో మీ ఇద్దరే చూసుకుంటారా?
Yeah. I have the other maids coming in because I wanted to give time to my child. I just didn't want to have my child and just, leave her with the maid. No offense to other people who
That's
have,
okay. Yeah.
that's their vision, but this was my, this thing. I want to be there for my child.
మరి ఎలా మేనేజ్ చేస్తారు?
It is difficult, but as I mentioned, I take one day at a time.
అంతే. ఓకే, మీరున్నప్పుడు మీ హస్బెండ్ ఉండరు, మీ హస్బెండ్
So we plan it as well. So if it's work tomorrow, then I decide or I plan it, okay, I'll go finish my work, come back by this time, then you go. So this is how we are planning.
Very nice.
This
Wonderful.
is how we are going.
You don't go through any guilt trip?
Touch wood. No. Earlier, like, when I used to leave her, like after every half an hour, I would call him. What is she doing? Where is she? So he's like, just leave her alone, like she's with the father. So now I'm cool. So she's very happy when she's with my husband. She doesn't want me. She's very happy when they say, no, girl.
పిల్లలు ఎవ్వరికి తల్లులు వద్దు, ఎందుకంటే they feed them.
So they say,
put
no,
them in
girls
discipline.
are fathers.
Yes, that is also there.
So she's like totally daddy's girl.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి, what are career plans? Indie music is in the
it is picking up now. I'm glad.
Very good. Picking up and మన తెలుగు వాళ్ళు చాలా మంది they are like doing wonderfully well. Like Damini is doing, Hemchandra is doing. And చాలా మంది, I mean సడన్ గా నాకు పేర్లు తట్టట్లేదు కానీ I've seen so many doing it. And everybody has their own bands. Superb గా they are creating their own stuff. And సినిమా పాటల్ని కూడా దే ఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ అండ్ రీక్రియేటింగ్. ఆర్కెస్ట్రైజేషన్ లో కూడా డిఫరెన్సెస్ తీసుకొస్తున్నారు. స్టేజ్ మీద కూడా దే ఆర్ నాట్ స్టిక్కింగ్ ఓన్లీ టు దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అదే
Yeah, because
మ్యూజిక్
when you go, when you want to see a performance, you want to have a good time,
right?
you know.
So what do you think now? How is అంటే మ్యూజిక్ ఎలా ఇవాల్వ్ అవుతుంది అనుకుంటున్నారు
I'm
మీరు?
glad now, like as you mentioned, the indie music is coming back, because what happens, like when we are, producing our own tracks, it is our own baby. And we can do whatever genre,
Right.
and where we can showcase our voices. Because playback lo em avutundi, like it's someone else's baby.
Correct.
And you have to make sure that you do the delivering
True.
properly, but this is your own baby.
Yeah.
So you've given your 200%. So I'm really glad that is coming back. Even I'm working on a lot of tracks with some new music directors.
Nice,
Yeah, in
nice.
Telugu and Hindi.
Looking forward.
Yeah, so
I'm
hopefully
happy.
last year I released one.
Mhm.
It was a Hindi track. So hopefully by this year I'm looking at releasing few more tracks.
Super, Bhargavi.
Yeah.
Looking forward.
Yeah.
I think there's a long way to go.
Yeah,
Right?
totally. And
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఓన్లీ ఇంకా ప్లేబ్యాకే పాడాలి అనే రూల్స్ ఏం
other
లేవు
rules లేదు.
ఇప్పుడు చాలా ఉన్నాయి. So many opportunities.
Yeah. So many are there. So many, because I feel thankfully to social media and to camera phones. You can just open your camera, shoot, and put your stuff out there for the world to see. Sometimes I get DMs from some corner of the world. They're like, we love your voice, but we don't understand what you're singing.
Right.
So that's the kind of love I'm receiving right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? While talking to you,
Yeah.
okay, 1 hour నుంచి I can see a spark in your eyes,
Okay.
which tells me
Yeah.
that, look, I'm here to stay.
I'm here to, I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah, I'm a survivor. Yeah.
That's so good. Yeah. So nice to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bhargavi.
Thank
nice
you so
talking
much
to you.
for having me.
But you know
Thank
what?
you. Yeah.
I'm giving you a gift hamper.
Oh,
Yes.
that is not required, but thank
No,
you so much.
but you should earn it, madam.
Okay.
It won't be given free of cost.
Okay.
Okay, I'll ask you some questions. One is
I hope not.
One is not a rapid fire,
Acha, it's not a rapid fire. Acha,
fire.
okay.
And one is memory test. Let's see how
Oh
much
my
memory.
God, okay. You're putting me under spotlight.
Let's see how it goes. Okay, నేను ఒక ముగ్గురు సింగర్స్ పేరు చెప్తాను.
Okay.
ఆ ముగ్గురు సింగర్స్ లో మీ ఫేవరెట్ సాంగ్ చెప్పండి. ఈ ముగ్గురు అంటే మీలాంటి వాయిస్ ఉన్నోళ్ళు కాదు.
Acha, okay.
మెలోడియస్ వాయిస్ ఉన్నోళ్ళు.
Okay.
ఓకేనా?
Done.
ఓకే, శ్రేయా ఘోషాల్.
ప్రేమించి ప్రేమవా ఊరించి ఊహవా ప్రేమించి ప్రేమవా పూవల్లి పుష్పించే నీనా అడిగే నన్ను నేనే నీవే హృదయం నన్నదే ప్రేమించే ప్రేమవా ఊరించే ఊహవా. I love
Oh
this
my God.
song.
No,
Yeah.
Shreya.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, Chinmay.
ఆనందం సగం ఆశ్చర్యం సగం ఏమైనా నిజం బాగుంది నిజం కాలం కదలికల సాక్షిగా ప్రేమై కదిలినది జీవితం ఇకపై పదిలమేనా పదం నీతో అటో ఇటో ఏ వైపు దారి చూసినా. I love
ఉన్నట్టుండి
this song.
గుండె వంద కొట్టుకుందే. Yes, nice song. Okay, finally చిత్ర గారు.
కన్నానులే కైలకలు ఈనాడు ఆగవులే నీ కళ్ళలో పలికినవి నా కంటి భాషవిలే అందాల వయసేడు తెలితామరై విరబూసే వలపేదు నాలో నీ పేరు నా పేరు తెలుసా మరి హృదయాల కథ మారి నీరు వలపెందుకే కలిపెందులే ఒడి చేరి వయసేనడు.
Wow, very nice, Bhargavi. I love these songs.
Same
All the
here.
three that you sang. నాకు చాలా
Thank
ఇష్టం.
you.
ఒక విషయం చెప్పండి, was there any moment when మీరు ఒక పాట పాడుతున్నారు, ఆ లిరిక్స్ విని సిగ్గుపడిపోయి ఎంబారెస్డ్ గా ఫీల్ అయిపోయి అబ్బా అయ్యో ఏంటి లిరిక్స్ అని అనిపించిన పాటలు ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా?
రికార్డింగ్స్ లో చాలా టైం, because what happens, like earlier, now at least I speak Telugu and I can understand. Earlier I was not able to, so when they would tell me, so I was like, what are these lyrics? But they're like, ma'am, ide trend, ide ippudu, this is what it runs. So sometimes you just have to sing and just go with the flow.
ఒక పాట ఏమైనా గుర్తుంది చెప్తారా? Which song is that?
This English song, it was by Dinah Kings. It was a very famous song. Oh I, you got me, la 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 la. So they did the same thing in Telugu. So our time while I was singing, so oka word vachindi, cheers. So nenu paadanu, cheers. So madam, they were like, madam, cheers kaadu, meeru cheers cheppali. Cheers cheppali. So and then sometimes when I'm doing like these sexy songs, so when they're explaining it to me, that is comedy. Like sometimes when I come back, I'm telling it to my husband, the kind of they're explaining it to me. So then I just I'm like, okay, I understood. Then I just have to go do my job. Nice. So a lot of times like there were like these funny situations.
మీరు ఇందాక మాట అన్నారు, నాకు ఈ మధ్యకాలంలో ఇష్టమైన ఒక పాట చుట్టమల్లె పాట చాలా ఇష్టము. అరే నాకు అంటే ఐ రియల్లీ లవ్ దట్ సాంగ్. ఐ వాంట్ టు లిసన్ టు దట్ సాంగ్.
ఓకే,
నీ వాయిస్ లో.
ఓకే. చుట్టమల్లె చుట్టేస్తాంది తుంటరి చూపు, ఊరికే ఉండదు కాసేపు, అంతమానం నీ లోకమే నామై మరుపు, చేతనితే నువ్వే నన్నా పూరా, నా నెత్తరు కుల్లాసా నీ కళ్ళలకి చేసా, నీ కోసం వయసు వాకిలి కాసారా, నా ఆశలు పోగేసా, నా గుండెకి చేసా, నీ రకకు రంగం సిద్ధం చేసా, ఎందుకు పుట్టింది ఏమో నువ్వంటే ముచ్చట పుట్టింది పుడతానే నీ.
Your hit songs are all NTR songs.
No, I feel like a
అంటే మీకు ఇష్టమైన పాటలు, మీరు పాడిన పాటలు అన్ని ఎన్టీఆర్ గారు. పాటలు రాని వాళ్ళు కూడా వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకి పాటలు పాడతారు. చిన్న పిల్లలు పుట్టగానే వాళ్ళకి ఏదో జోలపాట పాడతారు. కొంతమంది గొంతు వినలేం కూడా, కానీ పిల్లలకి పాడుతూనే ఉంటారు. అలాంటిది మీరందరు సింగర్స్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ lullaby that you keep singing for your child చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి?
So I used to sing a lot of songs for her, but to my amazement, Prema, like how it's they say it's got registered in her brains. So when she was probably just 2 months, so a time I was just going through the reels, and at that point of time there was the song of Karan Aujla. It's a Punjabi song.
Okay.
And I really loved that song, so I started humming that. So when I was humming that song, I saw her reaction. She just became mum, and she was listening to me with so much amazement.
Okay.
So even till to this date, when I put that song, she will watch that entire song, she will dance with me, and she loves that song. Yeah, so what
does she sleep also listening to that song?
No. So now I sing rhymes for her. Now now I'm slowly getting out of the phase. Otherwise, like before, when I like to sing while I'm taking a shower or driving, so I would just start singing and only rhymes would be coming. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? Where are all the songs? Like, why am I singing only rhymes?
Yeah.
So even now, she resonates with that song. I'm like, wow, like what I sang for when she was 2 months old, like 1.5 to 2 months old, so she still relates to that song.
Yeah. No, it happens with everybody. You know what? I should tell something about my daughter. Ma amma chinnaga unnappudu, when she was 8 months, 10 months, 1 year old, Gangotri film release ayindi, and that songs are playing on the TV, and she used to eat only looking at those while watching those songs. She loves those songs. Gangotri పాటలు అంటే ఇంకా చాలా ఇష్టం.
అవునా? ఓకే.
ఇంకెంత అయిపోయిందంటే ఈవెన్ టిల్ టుడే she keeps listening to Gangotri songs, and her favorite actor is Allu Arjun.
Okay.
I don't know how. Ante she was just not even 1 year. I think something registers.
Exactly.
I know, I can understand.
Yeah.
But what is that Punjabi song, if I may know?
So it's called Softly by Karan Aujla, and the song is Gal sun le lariya ve aalok mere te has de paise jade de dungi मैचिंग कर देगा तो दस दे सुन ला वे डिट्टो सी में चाहिदी आला फोटो वे फरारी लाल दी चुन्नी मेरी रंग दे लारिया मेरे यार दी गड्डी दे नाल दी ओदा पोंगे लगदे आ ओनु चंगे लगदे आ ताही सोचा कुंडला पवा लवा सोचा शरेआम हो जा सोचदी है ना मैं ओदा गोटी उत्ते टैटू बनवा लवा सोचदी फटाल दी मैं फैंटम दे नाल दी मैं एक होर कुर्ती सवाल वा ਉਹਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਹੋ ਜਵੇ ਉਮਰ ਵਧੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਰੰਗ ਦੇ ਲਲਾਰੀਆਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਯਾਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ So I also love this song and she also loves this song.
మీరు చాలా మంది మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్స్ తో పనిచేశారు.
Yeah.
Is there any one music director that you really longing
Not one to be named.
ఒకళ్ళు
But
బాగా
chala, like Devi is one person.
Devi is
Yeah, I've known him from such a long time, but I'm waiting for David to give me that one song, you know, which he feels would be best suited for my voice. And Tarvata, actually Taman also, I've known him from the time he was assisting Mani sir. So I'm waiting for Taman also. Then Anirudh, his music is doing so well. And, you know, my only desire since I worked with Rahman sir, Ilaiyaraaja sir is one who's on my bucket list. Like I worked with his son, I worked with Yovan. So, you know, but if I get an opportunity to work with his father, like I feel like I could retire as a singer, you know.
అంతే అన్నీ అయిపోయినాయి టిక్ టిక్ బాక్స్.
Because we've grown
Right,
up, you know,
right.
listening to his songs and yeah, so he's again
Okay.
like a god.
సో ద మెమరీ టెస్ట్ నౌ. ఓకే, మణిరత్నం గారు అండ్ ఏఆర్ రెహమాన్ గారు కలిసి పనిచేసిన ఒక సినిమా.
A guru. A guru.
ఓకే ఓకే, ఒక ఫేమస్ స్పెషల్ సాంగ్ ఉంది పోకిరిలో.
Okay.
ఓకేనా, ఆన్ ముమైత్ ఖాన్. వాట్ ఇస్ దట్ సాంగ్?
ఎప్పటికింకా నా వయసు నిండా 16 చేతికి మాతికి చేస్తూ చుట్టూ కుర్రాళ్ళే.
నైస్. ఓకే, పూరి జగన్నాథ్ గారు ఒక సినిమాలో ఒక క్యామియో రోల్ ప్లే చేశారు. ఓకేనా, అది గౌతమ్ మేనన్ గారి సినిమా. అది ఏం సినిమా?
హింట్ ఇస్తావా? పూరి సార్
ఒక హింట్. ఈ యాక్టెడ్ యాజ్ అ డైరెక్టర్ ఉంది, సినిమా డైరెక్టర్గానే పనిచేశారు ఆ సినిమాలో.
I feel I'm just trying to imagine, like I'm trying to think, but no, I don't think so.
నాగ చైతన్య ఇస్ ద హీరో.
Ayyo, my memory is bad. Wait.
ఏమాయ చేసావే?
Oh damn! Oh, how could I miss this? Oh God.
ఓకే, ఇట్స్ ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. డబుల్ ఇస్ స్మార్ట్ సినిమాలో సంజయ్ దత్ పేరేంటి?
Oh God. Baba.
నో, బిగ్ బుల్.
Big Bull. Imagine I dubbed for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh God. Big Bull.
వచ్చేసింది మీకు, వృద్ధాప్యం వచ్చేసింది.
I should be eating almonds now, yeah, to improve my memory.
ఓకే, ఫైనల్ క్వశ్చన్. ఓకే, కాజల్ అగర్వాల్ చిత్ర అనే క్యారెక్టర్ ప్లే చేశారు
Okay.
ఒక సినిమాలో. ఓకేనా, ఆ సినిమా పేరు బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్. ఓకేనా, ఆ క్యారెక్టర్ ప్రొఫెషన్ ఏంటి? వాట్ వాస్ షీ ఇన్ బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్?
I've seen this movie like a zillion times. She's a painter.
వెరీ గుడ్.
She's a painter, yeah.
Good. You got 90%.
Yeah, not
so I
bad.
can give you the hamper.
So, you know, for this movie also, Prema, like I dubbed for Kajal
I
Agarwal.
know.
Yeah, so, you know.
మెమరీ టెస్ట్ ఏమిటంటే,
Yeah, because
when
that's
you
what
are
I was
associated with,
Yeah.
you're close to, అవి మాత్రం అడుగుతాము.
That's how I was like, okay.
Yes,
What?
yes.
Then I remember that scene, no, where she's trying to make that painting. I was like, a painter. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bhargavi.
Thank
It
you.
was
It was
fun.
wonderful to have, you know, to be here. Thank you so much, Prema, for having me over.
Thank you, Bhargavi. Wish you good luck. All the best.
Thank you.
Please pass my kisses and hugs to your daughter.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bhargavi, gift hamper from Millet Bank.
Thank you.